Hi all, this is Muthuminal from the Department of Agricultural Engineering. Today we'll see the continuity of Introduction to Farm Machinery, that which we have seen at the previous session under the unit Advanced Machinery Equipment in Agricultural Engineering under the subject Automation Techniques in Agricultural Engineering for the students of second year 4th semester. As we have seen at the previous session, we have seen what is precision farming concept, and also we have seen something about the farm machinery and why the farm machinery has been involved in agricultural engineering. Along with this, we have seen first three steps that has been involved in the operations of agricultural engineering. The first step, as we have seen, is the control handling of residues, and the second one is tillage, and the third one is fertilizer distribution. These are the things which you have seen at the previous class. Today we'll see the continuity of these operations that are involved in agricultural engineering. The next step after that of fertilizer distribution is seeding. The seeding is nothing but we are trying to seed to say precisely, we are trying to sow the seeds in the surface, or also we could also say that we are trying to plant the plantation or a crop or the seed that is going to be available for the future growth. This is a process where we would say in Tamil as Nathu Nadrathu, or after fertilizer distribution we will also do something as distributing the seeds uniformly under the ground level for the crop's growth. And the next step after that of seeding is if for certain kinds of crops, for example if it is a chili, then we have to grow the crop with the help of seeding procedure, or else if we are going to cultivate a millet crop. So what we have to do, it is not necessary for us to seed the seeds that are available or sow the seeds that are available. Instead of which we have to plant the plant which we have to grow in near future. So that step is said to be as planting. And the next step is transplanting. So in the sense of if the space available is in a very congested manner, or the growth of the plant gets affected due to the insufficient space, then we are in need of transplanting them. At the similar cases, if the small crops have been grown properly, after growing them, it is our main aim to shift those kinds of small plants and plant them in a very regular spaces and to cultivate them into a very good crop for maintaining the distance and also to maintain the quality. The next step is cultivation. Here we have to monitor the irrigation procedures, and also we have to monitor the availability of soil moisture for the crops so that it will have a greater impact on the crop cultivation. And the next is pest control. So every crop will have a susceptible manner where the pest is going to be reacting on the crops, and this pest will reduce the quality of the crop that is going to be grown by us. So in order to avoid the deficiency in this kind of crop yield, we have to try to control the pest that will happen in the near future, or we have to try to predict them before spoiling the whole crops. And the next step involved after cultivation is going to be harvesting. So harvesting in the sense we are cutting off the plant after its entire growth, that is after the growth of the output which we have been looking for. For example rice or corns, after its full growth we have to harvest them, we have to cut them from its own crop. This is what happens after the cultivation of a crop, so that we could separate them from the plant and then use it for the consumer's purpose. After harvesting, we have to collect every grain or every cereal or every pulses that has been grown, and we have to transport them to a storage houses. So It is our main aim to transport them because it is necessary for us to transport them to nearby areas where the consumers are ready to buy the output which we have produced from the cultivation of a crop. The next step is storage. If we do have a n number of production of crops, that is, we do have tons and tons of yields. To specifically say, if I have 1,000 tons of wheat, what I'll do, I have to store them in a very good storage, similar to that of a silo, for the purpose of making them intact. That is, without causing any damage to the cereal that I was trying to protect from the pest, and also to maintain the quality of the outcome which has been produced by the cultivation methods. And the next step is after storage is pre-marketing and processing. So certain persons will be involved directly with the consumers so that they can market them and sell to them, or else we could also sell these kinds of producers to the processing industries where they buy from us and they will try to process them. And the next step is maintenance of moisture through drainage purposes, that is irrigation and erosion control. Since the soil and water conservation plays a major role, here we have to monitor the drainage and irrigation. And the last one is water conservation along with livestock production. These are the operations involved in agricultural processing industries. So whenever we are going to or trying to automate certain things, we have to be in a very precise manner, that we have to be well aware of what are the operations involved in it, and what is the conventional method that has been done in the agricultural production at that kind of operation, and what could be changed and what could be the pros and cons involved in these kinds of operations. This will help us to collect these kinds of data so that it will act as a base for us to do some research in automating the current agricultural engineering field. So this is what I have prepared for today's class. We'll see you at the next class. If there is any kind of doubt, you guys can approach me anytime. Thank you.